Brothers and sisters, good morning. The meditation of the week is focused on coronavirus ravaging the population. Uncontained global spread disease cannot be contained, neither stopping spread by closing gatherings and public events. Chaos and fears are speeding up the spread more than individual distance precaution. Uncontained large-scale disease does not require shutdown as solution. Coronavirus situation, most people have it or will have it. The test can be taken and still not revealing symptoms. Our proper activities or actions can make us safe of it. We cannot undo uncontained global spread the same way as we did for contained limited virus. This is in the scope of where health system fell. A patient was dying with fever above 100 degrees. Went to the ER in Boca Raton Hospital. She was sweating in the hospital while the AC was on. The health system did not find her sick. They sent her home and she died. The coronavirus comes to make us aware of a new system is imperative. We have to go to create a new system of health once for all to enter the new era. We cannot put new wines on used battles. We cannot put new structure on old foundations. We cannot structure a new plan with a misleader that has provoked the chaos. We cannot keep working with a misleader that has created it. We will never arrive home until the high impact of climate change comes to end us here. The virus is traveling through the air as it needs the hot temperature to boost its movement and the humid temperature to stay alive and pursuing its life cycle. As long as water exists, it takes the air for as automobiles. We all shall recognize that the health system fell because we have put limited structure under an infinite foundation. We all know that the system gives relief but does not heal. The planet itself is sick. We cannot heal on a sick planet. We shall go to build a new health system to heal the planet and ourselves. The question is not about to stop the spread that we are incapable of. It is rather about creating a new plan to preventing that situation from happening. Choosing our profession is our life. Working with love, professionalism, and ethics is our prayer. Our prayer will watch over yours, the workers and the health professionals. We are working on a rocky and tumultuous path that requires courage in the work and resigned in the prayer and supplications. The journey is long. We are crossing a dangerous corner in the desert. We need God to guide us. There is no room for misleader, neither for those who believe nuclear weapon can be solution on climate change time. No one is safe. Those who have no choice and determined by the health system officials may stay home. Those who have no choice to go to work at the symptom have not too advanced in the organism must go to work by still using our distance precautions. What happened in the health today will happen tomorrow in the economy if we do not engage on the right path. Everyone and everything are submitting under climate change law. The situation is enough to understand, and climate change deniers to comprehend we are facing a cosmic challenge. We have to do the right thing. Doing what is right is matter. Telling what is truth is not only matter, it is what you are looking for. Is it a situation to be worried? Certainly, as long as we want to keep walking by our own way and let God behind. Working with God is imperative, and that does not exclude the duties of health science officials to doing the right thing. Coronavirus treatment is in the same dimension as the disease itself. If the coronavirus make a lot of death in other countries because they do not contain the uncontainable coronavirus and they decide by the same scale. Mitigation of an uncontainable global spread disease can be achieved by using a range of interventions to reduce transmission. Intervention can reduce the impact of an outbreak and by time until patch vaccine can be developed and find necessary vaccine to contribute. Certainly, they will have high socio and economic cost. We will need that patch down the road in the building of a new economy. National pandemic influenza plan rarely contain clear statement of policy objective, prioritization of potentially conflict, aim such as minimizing mortality or peak prevalence or limited socio-economic burden of contact reducing interventions. We can use epidemiology models of influenza A to investigate how contact reducing intervention and availability of antiviral drugs or pre-pandemic patch vaccine to contribute in achieving particular such policy objectives. Climate change influences human health and disease in numerous ways. Some existing health conditions will intensify and new health threats will emerge. Not everyone is equally at risk, not at the same level. Important conditions include age, economy, resources, and location, etc. Attackers take advantage of windows of opportunities. Between vendors, creation and organization implementation of the following: vulnerability alerts, operation system and application software patches, antivirus signatures, intrusion detection signatures, applying vendors patches and implementing new release systems, release signatures as soon as possible, are essential to lowering the risk to your organization or your search. Past civilizations have dealt with collapse. We are their descendants. This means that a fast and prolonged loss of population, identity and socio-economic complexities. Public services fall apart, and disorder is created when the government loses its monopoly on violence. Some civilizations have recovered, and other collapse were permanent. In Rome, the destruction was revived. What can this tell us concerning the future of modern global civilization? Is collapse a normal phenomenon for civilizations? Maybe. Societies of the past and the present are simply complex systems made up of people and technology. Failing is part of life, but the important thing is to rise again, or standing up again. In the public health, in the United States, public health can be affected by disruption of physical, biological, and ecological systems, including disturbances originating here and elsewhere. The health effects of these disruptions include increased respiratory and cardiovascular disease, injuries and premature death related to extreme weather events, changes in the prevalence and geographical distribution of food and waterborne illnesses and other infectious diseases, and threats to mental health. Preventive and adaptive actions such as setting up extreme weather early warning system and improving water infrastructure can reduce the severity of these impacts, but there are limits to the effectiveness of such action in the face of some projected climate change threats. Climate change presents a global public health problem, with serious health impact predicted to manifest in different ways in different parts of the world. Coronavirus is the chapter 1. Key weather and climate change drivers of health impact include increasingly frequent, intense, and longer-lasting extreme heat, which worsen drought, wildfire, and air pollution risk, increasingly frequent extreme precipitation, intense storm, and changes in precipitation patterns that lead to drought and ecosystem changes. Our changing climate and rising sea level that intensify coastal flooding and storm surge. Key drivers of vulnerability include the attributes of certain group, age, socio-economy, status, race, current level of health. Indigenous people, for example, of health impact on vulnerable populations and of place, as well as the resilience of critical public health infrastructure. Multi-stressor situations such as impact on vulnerable populations following natural disasters that also damage the social and physical infrastructure necessary for resilience and emergency response are particularly important to consider when preparing for the impact of climate change on health, human health. Climate change is projected to harm human health by increasing ground level ozone and particulate matter air pollution in some locations. Ground level ozone is associated with many health problems, such as diminished lung functions, increasing hospital admission and emergency room visit for asthma, and increasing in premature deaths, etc. If we consider why malware has been created and how it is functioning, we will understand a distributed patch dissemination strategies is a promising alternative to the conventional centralized patch dissemination strategies. We can establish a framework for evaluating the effectiveness of distributed patch dissemination mechanism. That patch will not only be used for the health system, it will be needed down the road for the new structures purposes. Assuming that the internet offers P2P service for every pair of nodes on the network, a dynamic model capturing both the virus propagation mechanism and the distributed patch dissemination mechanism is proposed. This model takes into account the infected removable storage media and hence captures the interaction of patches with viruses better than the original SIPS model. Surprisingly, the proposed model exhibits much simpler dynamic properties than the original SIPS model. Specifically, that model admits only two potential viral equilibria and undergoes a fault bifurcation. The global stabilities of the two equilibria are determined. Consequently, the dynamical properties of the proposed model are fully understood. Furthermore, it is found that reducing the probability per unit time of disconnecting a node from the internet benefits the containment of electronic viruses. See novel virus patch dynamic model. We shall seek for a dynamic model capturing both the virus propagation mechanism and the distributed patch dissemination mechanism to be proposed. As the infected removable storage media is taken into account, this model captures the real-world situation better than any previous model. The dynamical properties of the proposed model has been fully understood, and it has been found that reducing the probability per unit time of disconnecting a node from the internet could benefit the containment of electronic viruses. That's the evaluation of different distributed patch dissemination strategies. Numerous work have yet to be done. First, the proposed model needs modification to adapt to scale-free network or even general network. Second, the patch dissemination network may be different from the virus propagation network, and future virus patches dynamical model should characterize this difference. Next, it is worldwide to study cost-effective patch dissemination strategies by exploiting the optimal control theory. Last, the proposed model can be extended to other situations such as information, rumor propagation, creating other new systems such as a new economic system. See the novel virus patch dynamic model. We will need that to creating a new system economy. Thank you.